Sed bienvenidos y bienvenidas a otro capitulito de GreedFall. Ay, perdonad la demora, que sé que he estado 1 o 2 días sin jugar. Y perdonad de nuevo el tono, que sé que estoy hablando flojito porque es temprano. En realidad tampoco está tan temprano, pero mi compañero de piso seguro que sigue durmiendo. Y estaría feo despertarlo. Así que nada, vamos a seguir por donde lo dejamos, aquí. Pero ahora tengo un sellito, payaso.
Daughter of Bladne, daughter of Meb. My mother, the Marl of the Red Spears, was a member of the council.
All here remember, and the worst tears say. She was a courageous Marl. But you are not yet Marl in her stead, and you do not carry her seal. I am sorry, Siora.
Uf, está dando tironcitos,
I beg your pardon. I did not know.
Como que no, si ya te lo dijeron, tonto.
Here is the seal of the Denegad Katasach, of the village of Wenshavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
Gracias, gracias. Ponerme una cervecita, ¿no? ¿Un algo? ¿Un entrante? ¿No? ¿No hay tapita? ¿No hay tapita? Una Coca-Cola, aunque sea, ¿no?
Warm greetings, Glendan. I am Disarday, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasach. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you here?
I seek a remedy. My cousin, as well as many other people on our island, suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that only Enon Miel Frictamen can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasach sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial. The trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
Your soul.
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And this cavern is guarded, I suppose.
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
By the waters of the cavern.
What can you tell me about your god?
That the word God is too small to hold him. He is Tir Fradi in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal the Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
Spring? Pero spring no es primavera.
Can you tell me anything more about the role of the council?
We gather here at every long night and every short night. During these nights, the clans are in disagreement and come here looking for wisdom of the council, and of course also the High King. Those who have complaints against their Mal may also be heard here and find justice. And when important events take place, if the balance is threatened, then we also meet here, so that the wisdom of all might be shared, and that we might act as a same people.
What can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. The hidden face, and still seen by all of you. In all meal frict, I protect these doors like my father before me and his father before him. And still none of us have ever entered.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings. And so it is prohibited for us to present
I
our...
see. And so you cannot speak?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of life.
Pues nada, vámonos.
I must leave.
Qua awelem se.
Lo que usted diga.
You have spoken to Glendon as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
Nada, ¿no?
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul walk this path. The
Interesante.
High Kings and Queens. It is a tremendous honor given to you, Renai.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings of your soul. One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart. But
el
I know
corazón.
no more than this. The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
Nothing
Pues ya
else.
está.
Thank you. I need to leave.
Good luck.
Mediante la fuerza, vale. Mediante la
Do not
astucia, vale.
lose your-
Mediante el corazón. ¿Cómo es mediante el corazón? O sea... No sé. Me parece muy raro. Vamos a ver... ¿El corazón no será la magia? No sé. Es raro, es raro. Vamos a ver cuáles son las pruebas. En plan, cuáles son los caminos o... ¿Qué lo que?
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Pero eso es astucia o corazón. ¿Sabes? Es que...
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep. You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fault.
Vale, me parece bien. ¿No quieres que los matemos? Pues no los matamos. Yo lo que tú digas, mi arma. Yo tengo... Enemy Frichtemen. Ya. Otra parte superada.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you. No.
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this.
Pero si no hemos visto nada.
Keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and suddenly I then...
Si esto va a ser muy largo, me lo vas a tener que repetir para yo encender estas mierdas. Así que en realidad... Venga. Dale caña, repite.
Once again, these visions open gates. Try to remember them.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up, and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me. Suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated.
This stone bears the image of a storm. Or perhaps the wind.
Vale, hemos dicho el viento que te helaba, te levantaba y te helaba.
Here this looks like a snowflake.
Luego caía si te calentaba el sol te calentaba.
The drawing on this stone makes me think of... Evidently I shouldn't have lit this candle.
¿Cómo que no? Esto es fuego, ¿no?
The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. I'm certain.
Lo mismo me he equivocado y no tenía que haber... Vale, pues el viento te daba, el sol te calentaba, pero... Hemos dicho que no te hace gracia, burbujeante, agua...
This stone is adorned with...
Resolvidísimo. ¿Y ahora? ¿Se ha dormido el bicho o qué? Se ha quedado dormido, ¿no? ¿Qué tengo que hacer? ¿Hola? Me marca para allá. Si ahora mismo estoy aquí, me marca para allá. Ahí hay un camino, pero esto es de vigor muy alto, ¿no? Vigor nivel 3. Aquí pone que hay un camino. Este camino no se ha abierto. Ah, domar. Holy moly. Domar es darle a la E y que desaparezca. Bueno, a ver, hubiera agradecido una cinemática aunque fuera chiquitita, pero vale.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tearfredi. And a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Enormir Frichterman.
Fundito negro. Algo así bastante cortito. Me esperaba algo como más largo y intenso. Pero no, ha sido tranquilo. No, los tirones, por favor. Tranquilidad, hombre, tranquilidad. Se pone tonto, no hay quien lo pare. Gracias, gracias. Tú.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tearfredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another before you did the same. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Santats. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of ruse and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruit.
Así soy yo.
The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Enormil Frichtemann now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision.
Ahora la aprobación del
Only
Alto
a
Rey.
High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince them as well. Where can I find them?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another
Joder.
trial on your path
Me
to
cago en
find
la
the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then, we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Dedra, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes, I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glindan.
Dedra is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlo.
Sí, sí, a todos estos ya hemos hablado con él en su momento.
She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from
Los conocemos a todos.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa'awalamsek. I hope that you will find him.
Resistente al agua, logro desbloqueado. Has pasado la prueba de Glenda. Perfecto. ¿El otro de la puerta me va a hablar? No, vale. Los genoveses se meten en todo, ¿eh? Que no me molesta, pero es como... ¡Hostia! Ojo, por fin.
Karans, I need to talk to you. I have to ask you for
Mucho has tardado, la verdad.
I'm listening, Siora.
Do you remember the mind shakers in my village?
Yes. If I understand correctly, there was some kind of an agreement made with them.
Even though these priests would make good allies against the lions because they hate them as much as we do, my mother would never have traded the spirits of the people of the village in exchange for their help. And she would have wanted to be buried according to our rituals. She was deeply attached to our traditions.
Muy apegada.
So
Es la
you think
única
that
que
they're
tenía.
lying?
Yes. And you understand these Renaigse better than I do. Will you investigate this matter with me?
Oh, claro, ya.
Of course. Let's go.
Of course, let's go. Vamos para allá. A mí se necesita decir hora. Y ya iba tocando, la verdad, ya iba tocando. Joder. Para allá.
My child, what can we do for you?
What can we do for you?
We would like to know more about the agreement you supposedly sealed with Bladnid.
I do not see how our agreement concerns the congregation. But since you are asking us, we swore to provide this village with all our support in their fight against the Alliance.
In exchange, its inhabitants will have to renounce their pagan cult and turn
Suena
towards
demasiado raro.
My mother would never have made such an agreement. She's the one who encouraged me to become a Donegad.
The Queen had understood that the light was the only true path, even if she was attached to traditions. It is for this reason that we have accepted to seal our agreement according to your own rituals.
She had an engraver come to Falristal. He carved your strange symbols in the stone.
I do not believe a single word of this. You, the people of the light, are nothing but liars.
You would do well to
Tranquila.
hold your tongue, young lady. This village is now under our spiritual authority.
By not respecting us, you are committing blasphemy. And blasphemy is a crime that we punish.
Cálmate, ¿eh?
Because you think that you can administer justice here. I am the daughter of Bladnid, and you are...
Siora, let's not get into another battle and make new enemies. Let's go find this stone.
That is an excellent idea. Then you will see that we are telling the truth.
Eso digo yo, ¿y la roca no la tienen ellos? ¿Dónde coño está la roca? ¿Me está vacilando? ¿Cómo va a estar la roca ahí? Campamento de Falristel. Joder. Ahí está. Muy mamadísimo. Voy mamadísimo. Na, 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 na. Voy mamadísimo. Ahora en la piedra seguro que pone: si ahora no te fíes de ellos, no sé qué, que me la han liado. Ah, no, que está rota.
Here's the stone we were looking for. It is destroyed.
Hijo de
We can
puta.
no longer decipher the symbols. Strange, isn't it?
This stone
Sí.
was damaged on purpose. We will never know the precise
Ya,
terms
que
of the
sí.
agreement.
There may be a way. Promises in stone are a very ancient tradition. Those who want to make these agreements must turn to a keeper of promises. An artisan who makes the stones
Que hace
speak.
hablar a la
There
piedra.
are but a few. We did not have one in our village before Karadek's arrival. He must be the one who engraved this stone.
Uy,
I thought you could not write.
The Donegada have a secret writing that the keepers of promises always learn. Those who want to seal a promise tell them to write, and they take care of it.
Karadeg. Pero Karadeg, ¿dónde está? Taller del grabador, vale. Esto va de TPs. Vámonos. El grabador de CD.
Strange. It looks like no one's there, but the door.
Oh, mama.
Everything is broken and turned upside down. A sculpted engraved stone.
Hombre, se dedicaba a eso.
Everything is broken and turned upside down. Empty.
Huh.
What happened here?
It seems like there was a fight. Everything is scattered around.
It's as if someone wanted to meticulously destroy everything in this workshop.
The owner must have left in a hurry, taking a few things and destroying the rest.
Unless someone else did this. We must find Karadeg.
Do you know where he might be?
This engraved stone bears the mark of Baraeg Nodas, Doncass's clan. Do you remember him? Karadeg originally
Claro.
belonged to this clan. He may have returned.
Let's go to Vigigador and we'll find out.
Vigigado. Además tenemos que hablar con Duncan, así que de paso. No, no te pongas a dar tirones. Uf, estoy loco por comprarme una gráfica nueva, de verdad. putada es que hasta dentro de unos meses todavía no me la voy a comprar.
What brings you here on Manawi?
We're looking for Karadeg, the Keeper of Promises.
Did he come back to your village?
He did come, and then he left. We could not take him back.
Do you know where he might have gone?
He feared someone or something, and he wanted to hide. He must have left for the woods, south of here. He knows the area well.
Joder, qué ganas de ir subiendo y bajando, eh.
Did you exile him? Why?
Why?
He is the one who left. He disagreed with our stance on the Renaigse.
On the
He thought that we
Renaigse.
should be fighting them, throwing them back to the sea. This is why he joined the Gaesra.
Guys.
I did not want him to return if it meant that he would bring his hatred with him. Is there anything else?
Is there anything else? Wow, ¿cuál es el balance? Vámonos. Fíjate. Tío, ¿por qué estaba ahí dando tantísimos tirones, colega? Cálmate, coño. A ver si hay que ir a patita. Míralo, de verdad. ¡Qué coraje! No. Oye, cuando carga un mapa nuevo se raya muchísimo, le cuesta un poquito. Tú.
Siora, Bertir Tumad Donega. What are you doing with these?
Bueno, desconocido, nos conocemos bastante
These
bien.
strangers are my friends, Karadeg. You can speak in front of them without fear.
What do you want?
Tell me about your role as Keeper of Promises. What does it consist of?
Most words must be free and able to fly like birdsong. But some words must survive those who utter them. So they call on the Keepers of Promises. Those who want to become one must win the trust of the Donegada and prove their wisdom.
Their wisdom.
They teach us the words of stone. And when someone wants to seal a promise,
So you're
Este ya
a
lo hemos
kind
pillado.
cleric.
do you want to know?
We would like to ask you about a stone you supposedly engraved.
It is the stone of the Renaigse, isn't it? I should never have accepted to seal such a promise. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to fulfill my duty. Not when Bladnid was demanding it. And now that she is no longer with us, these Monasinaiga are chasing me.
It is because you are the last person to know what was engraved on it. The stone has been destroyed.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I prepared the glyphs. All the details.
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother promised. Can you give it to us?
No, Donegad. I do not mean to disrespect you.
Pues no me la dé, pero
I
enséñamela.
will not. The Renaigse only bring us trouble, and you come with them. They will disappoint you
¿Tú eres
just
tonto?
like they disappointed your mother. I do not want to deal with them ever again. They threaten my life.
Si he
And
hecho más
because
por
of
vuestro
them,
pueblo que tú,
I am
gilipollas.
forced to hide here.
Since you want to chase the Renaigse away and since you want protection, why don't you join the rebels? We could indicate the location of one of their camps for you.
The rebels?
The Donea Exregao. They fight the Renaigse, and they accept people from all clans.
I have heard about them, but I didn't know where to find them.
We could help you join them, but we need this tree bark. It's the only way to prove that the priests lied.
In that case, take the tree bark.
Qué difícil
I
así.
hope that it will help you to chase these Renaigse away, Donega. And I did not think I would say this one day. But thank you, Renaigse.
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions, and they must help us in return. There is nothing about the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to his end.
Pues sí, vuelve directamente. Porque me marca. Sí, los voy a enseñárselo a esta señora primero.
Siora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Azeld, about this pact your mother supposedly made with the priests.
Yes. Did you find anything new?
Sí.
We went to Falrista to see the stone.
Were you able to read it, Siora? No, because it was destroyed by someone. I am certain that the priests did it to protect their lies. You're probably right, but for as long as we cannot prove it...
We retrieved the piece of tree bark that Karadeg used as a model.
Siora, what's written on it? Mother promised to help them against the lions, and they promised to help us in return. There's nothing mentioned about them settling here, and even less about them being entitled to the spirits of the people of our village. So they lied. They mocked us, and insulted the memory of our mother. I think it's high time they left. Don't you agree? I think so.
Don't you agree?
Too. Come on, let's go. You lied to us. You took us for gullible children. Leave this village at once. You will never be welcome here again.
But if you want our help with the Alliance, your people must convert to the light.
By lying, you have insulted the memory of the Queen. The entire village will be happy to make you pay for your affront if they hear about it. You do well to leave before having to face their wrath.
We are not here to shed blood.
Very well, we're leaving. But we will not forget your role in this
Mierda.
matter, Your Excellency.
I did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you, Anol Manawi. Thanks to you, we managed to chase away these lawyers. And we will be able to perform our rituals and give our mother back.
Tiene que haber
her.
recurrido a Petrus, tío.
Thank you. Our village is in your debt. Siora, I will need you for the ritual. Will you help me?
Will you help me?
Of course, Asir.
Vale, vamos a hacerlo así. Vamos a hacer lo mismo, pero vamos a hablar con Petrus primero. O sea, vamos a hablar con Petrus primero, me refiero a que vamos a decirle a Petrus que hable con ella.
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions, and they must help us in return.
Eso es verdad.
About the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to his end.
Vamos a guardar aquí un momento. F5. Vamos a echarlo directamente, a ver qué pasa.
My child, what can we do for you?
Do you maintain your version of events?
Naturally.
If I were you, I would have taken some time to...
Really? Because we found the man who engraved this stone. A man that you wanted to silence. He gave us a piece of tree bark with the words the Queen had asked him to immortalize on the stone.
You see? Destroying the stone was not enough to hide your lies.
This is regrettable, but apart from this child, we're amongst civilized people.
If this village is so dear to you, then you know that it will not survive another assault from the Alliance without our help. Even if they don't know it, they need us.
What would you say if I offered you this hefty sum of money to forget about your unfortunate...
¿En serio?
For the sake of the village, of course.
As despicable as this agreement may seem, my colleagues are not entirely...
¿Cómo?
This village has suffered a lot from its first battle against the Alliance. Having allies would allow them to hold their ground.
Don't count on me to support your lies.
That is regrettable, Your Excellency. Because of you.
And we were told that you were receptive to the light. How do you...
And what will Teleme think of a foreign diplomat sabotaging...
I cannot believe these mind shakers tried their lies on you. Let's go see Azeld without delay. We must tell her that they lied and chased these men away from our village. What?
Azel.
Yes.
We
But you're...
we...
Mate and I think... You lied to us.
But... Petrus, could you try to reason with them?
My brothers and sisters, you have tried to convert this village in a deceitful manner, but your attempt has failed. It's time for you to recognize your defeat and leave this place with dignity.
Father, do you really think that...
Come on. We cannot disobey a bishop, sister. We'd better leave now.
Me ha bajado la reputación igualmente,
I
tío.
did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you, Anol Manawi. Thanks to you, we managed to chase Shiora, of course.
Vale, pues entonces el resultado es el mismo. Me parece penoso que sea el resultado el mismo, la verdad. Porque han sido dos cosas diferentes. De hecho, le he dicho a Petrus que intervenga para que no se líe conmigo. O sea, para que la decisión haya sido de él, ¿sabes? O sea, es un mandato que viene directamente de un superior suyo. No tiene por qué repercutirme a mí de forma negativa. Pero bueno, en fin. Quiere que te diga. Me parece muy por la cara.
Karans, do you need something?
How did you know that those missionaries were lying?
Joder,
After
eso
all,
se hasta yo,
given the
coño.
situation, your mother could have wanted to form alliance.
I knew my mother well. We were close.
Tío, ¿por qué va tan mal, de
Never
verdad?
have renounced her beliefs to forge an alliance.
Un segundo, Voy a cerrar esto, aunque no creo que cerrando esto vaya a ir muchísimo mejor, pero bueno.
I understand. However, couldn't she have renounced it in the hope of protecting her daughters?
Perhaps. But she knew us just as well as we knew her. And she knew that we'd rather die in battle than renounce our beliefs. Anything else?
Why are you and your sister so different?
If you're talking about physical differences, they're linked to the fact that Iseld is not Onol Menawi.
Onol Menawi.
When we were little, we were perfectly identical. But our tempers were always different.
What kind of child were you?
I suppose I was very curious and studious. I loved when our father taught me the name of some
Qué mona.
plants and how they could be used.
Then you haven't changed. Isn't it out of the same curiosity that you chose to follow me?
At first, perhaps. But the more I know you, the more I find other reasons to stay with you. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
I must leave you. See you later. Hablo con Constantine sobre el santuario. Joder, ¿ah? ¿Lol? No sabía que tenía que hablar con Constantine sobre el santuario. Creía que teníamos que ir a visitar a los jefes de las aldeas. Me encuentro ligeramente confuso. Tirones. ¿Qué lo hace, por Dios? Hostia, mal rollito.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord D'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord D'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The Islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By Islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes. A strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the Islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The Islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that Islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Why didn't you go and look for your...
What? Alone? What could I have done?
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you.
Ya ve que sí. Bueno. Plaza de D'Orsay. Prefiero buscar a Constantine, la verdad. Quiero enterarme de qué coño está pasando. Campamento del Arco de Piedra. Para allá, derecha o izquierda. ¿Qué? No estoy apuntando hacia dónde es. Para que haya a la derecha. Vale, vale. Coño. Tengo una cantidad de mages que no hace ni una puta idea. Tontos. Creo que es por aquí.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Omega and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here. Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws, and there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantine or Catasac's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks. This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants.
¿Quieres Constantine?
This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Catasac and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinorminan. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Catasac wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantine nor Catasac are among them.
Normand.
This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Catasac have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? Constantine and Catasac must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their
¿Por allí
tracks.
dices tú? Valle de la gran batalla. Pues no veo por aquí cadáveres.
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way.
Coño.
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat.
Coño, que mandoble, ¿no?
These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
Tío, va fatal esto. Joder, no entiendo por qué. Claro, tío, va como la mierda. O sea, pero no es el internet, es el ordenador.
I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions.
Será magia.
These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Or something else.
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path.
Joder, coño, vaya masacre.
Over here, there are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
Eso digo yo, estos soldados. Aquí soldados con nuestros blasones y otros que no tienen blasón. Que parecen guardias de la moneda.
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on?
No veo ningún otro punto de investigación aquí. Si me meto por aquí ya me salía, ¿no? Si sigo para adelante. Ah, pues
Only a handful made it up to here.
Ah, aquí era donde nos contaron lo de la gárgola. Sí, mira, coño, es este trozo de gárgola.
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Catisac.
Oh, Catisac. Uf, me la juego pecha. Tío, que me va fatal esto, de verdad. Y no entiendo por qué. Ahora de repente va bien. ¿Ah? ¿Mi guante?
Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? These vials look familiar. Catisac used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's.
Oh, Constantine.
Oh, Constantine, what have you gotten yourself into again? According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense. Very well, let's sum things up. Constantine and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path.
De todas maneras, esta gente no utiliza fuego. No.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegan. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wen Xavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasak returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasak is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Without further delay. El puesto avanzado interroga, pues saber bien, vale. Pues nada, yo voy a ir primero a hablar con los nativos. Creo que va a ser más corto. Oye, para aquí. Mierda. Me creía que eran cadáveres. No sé si corriendo por allí. Creo que tengo un nivel de mierda. Aunque los mate no voy a conseguir nada de experiencia. O sea, voy a conseguir experiencia obviamente, pero voy a conseguir una puta mierda. Creo. Ahora no lo sé. Ahora me ha entrado la duda. Este. Cuélanse. Hace una coleta, un segundo.
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Olmenawi. How can I help?
Katasak has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where he went?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would I know where to find him?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked. Decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin and Katasak have disappeared.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded. And your master wanted to take Constantine to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Doneged. Your words are true. I spoke without thinking. But I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Doneged must be implicated, but none that I know would attack Katasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals, the earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them, that they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
Entonces tienen que ser los leones. Tiene que ser la alianza del puente porque son los únicos alquimistas que hay en el juego, ¿sabes? Si las hierbas no son del insular, tienen que ser de un alquimista. Bueno, vamos para allá. Vámonos, que nos vamos. Bueno, no me ha dado tiempo. La mitad de mierda que tiene mi teclado, tú. Oh, mano, lo uso pues se llena de polvo. Amitos. Puntito de agilidad, sí, ahora. Sí, ahora. Vamos por fin por este camino que no pudimos pasar la otra vez. Supongo que estará despejado o algo. Ah, claro, aquí había unas rocas, ¿no? Ah, joder. Sí, la alianza. Exactamente.
Colonials. You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desarde. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantine d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rat hole?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready yesterday. We heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well. You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one, at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that this boy will not survive long. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would...
No se puede entrar en ningún sitio, así que tampoco tenemos mucho que hacer.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
Se ha morido.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Ah, tenemos los ingredientes y todo. Vale, solo hay que ir a la mesa esa que hay ahí abajo. Buen bújese. Sí que sí. ¿En serio? Espérate un momento. ¿De verdad? O sea, ¿me lo estás diciendo en serio? Y aquí no hay ningún punto de viaje. Yo estoy flipando. O sea, ¿de verdad me vais a hacer ir a un puto campamento para reunir a la gente? Que alguien me dé el puto punto de ciencia y haga la poción. ¿De verdad?
Yes, I was.
Give it to me. I'll do.
Voy a
We
tener.
must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know
Ok.
soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when can...
Come back tomorrow at the same time.
Very well.
See you soon.
Ahora esperar. Ahora sí que me tengo que ir para el campamento. Tío, es increíble que aquí no haya un punto de espera. Me parece de coña. Me parece de verdad de puta coña. Porque no existe un botón de espera, ¿que no? Puta mierda, de verdad. Yo me voy a quitar. Nada, que iba a decir, me voy a quitar este trozo de aquí. Pero es que esto está relacionado también con trampas, entonces... Pues nada, a deshacer el camino. Empiezo a tener una calor bastante loca, Uf. No sé cuánto más estaré por aquí jugando. Empieza a hacer bastante calor. Es que quiero esperarte. Hasta el amanecer. Hasta el amanecer.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days, and we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantine Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and all the soldiers fell one after the other. Oh, I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded. I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels.
Rebels.
I dragged myself here.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that.
That's enough. Rest now.
Yes, it's best I leave. I'll have a word with your captain.
Rebeldes. Rebels.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were already nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men.
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good man, Excellency.
Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Vale. Un tiro más por aquí. Atributos. Si me empieza a poner constitución. Siguiente punto al 34. Venga, va, que me da vida también. Sí. Why not? Les quiero mirar una cosa. ¿Esto cuánta constitución requiere? 3. Vale. Vale. Interroga a Darren. Campamento de los Itis Dense. Vale. Coño. Con el busito. Tía puta. Anda para adelante. Fu. Vámonos. Que vámonos. carguen, no. Sé lo que quieres. Vale, por aquí. Ya. Vaya unos putos normales los rebeldes, de verdad. Hay un montón de... Hay un montón de humanos, ¿vale? De Renaixes, o como nos quieran llamar. Y se van a por los únicos... A por los únicos que los están ayudando. Es como... Vamos a ver, ¿qué clase de retraso tenéis ustedes, tío? Uy. No entiendo, vamos. Es que no son rebeldes, son subnormales. Joder, coño, ¿cómo se entra por aquí, de verdad? Joder. La vuelta que hay que dar, en serio. Por aquí no voy a llegar. Ah, pues sí. Creía que habría alguna pared en algún sitio que no me dejaría pasar. F5. Ustedes.
Do it. What are you doing? Who let you pass?
Yo mismo.
We are here to parley with your chief.
Parley? With Renaixes? You truly believe that...
Leave this to me. I want to know what they have to say. I know you, Renaixes. It is you who freed the lion prisoners.
Y el que no para de ayudar a vuestro pueblo.
I will hear you.
Parece que os quedáis solo con lo malo. Con lo malo.
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield. I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who is protecting him. Katisach, one of your greatest Donegada.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaixes were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaixes?
Examine him to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Que sí, ya que sí. ¿Y dónde está? No está aquí, desde luego. Está muy lejos. 111. Está aquí al lado. Vale. Quiero ver si estaba dentro o fuera.
Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donego, to have doubted your loyalty and even more for what we are about to do. Now then, let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
Poco porque no tenemos ciencia. Ah, intuición.
The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or a musket shot. The major wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the degree that the skin was torn. The ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Catesach bore the brunt of this attack or incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that could have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous, burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we're on the tracks of a man, or a creature, capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Catesach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want, judging by the severity of these wounds. I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned or angered by what happened to Catesach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegat would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalis Fair.
The Anatalis Fair. What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegat who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawar.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegat still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then.
La
She might be able to tell us
señora esta de las raíces que nos atacó.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadaktas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your
cousin. Joder, nada más, ¿no? Solo eso. Me cago en la puta. Bueno. Sabía que era esa la que nos atacó con las raíces. Vámonos. Y ¿no te importaría experimentar la muerte una vez más?
Hello, Mev.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
Se le voy a preguntar sobre.
I've come to ask you for help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly?
Oh.
And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasach, the Donegat.
Katasach is dead. This is a great
Sí que es una gran pérdida, sí.
He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
He went with my cousin to a sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken, according to a witness. And Katasach suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Menemen have the power to wield it.
Nadaig
None of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe. I will help you. And I also wish to gain understanding. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinorminawi have died. The Anatalis fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need.
All
then
that I
we can
need.
Perform the ritual when the moon is high.
When the moon is high, yeah?
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
I'll follow you. Crear la poción y encontrar el arma.
Were you able?
No.
Have you a potion?
I have heard enough.
Find me.
Until then.
Ahora, a ver, las cosas son. Joder, cerca, mis huevos, cerca. El más cerca está esto, no te jode. Vale, a ver, tengo que ir aquí para encontrar el arma. Y luego, ¿qué otra cosa es también? Necesitamos... Vale, crear la poción. Conseguir una muestra de vísceras. Vale, estas dos. Entiendo que son en el mismo lado. Ah, vale, no estamos en un campamento. Yo creía que sí. Vale, vale. La poción que tenemos que crear se crea con... Hostia, me ha dado un lapsus muy fuerte. Entiendo que se crea con las vísceras que tenemos que coger, ¿no? ¿O no? Ahora no lo sé. Bueno, como tenemos aquí el campamento, igualmente vamos hacia él para hacer el TP al otro sitio. Necesitamos los órganos. Mierda. ¿Campamento del arco de piedra? Pues sí, campamento del arco de piedra. Muévete, coño. Arriba. Tenemos que ir a la arena, que al final no la hemos repetido más veces. Y ya voy bastante más mamado que la última vez que probé, creo. Tenemos el escudo mágico. Hemos subido varios niveles. Vale, a ver, el camino es para allá, al fondo. Ah, bueno, podemos seguir el camino de... Solo le he dado a... Me cago en mi muerto. Ahí. Se ha cebado ahí un poquito, ¿eh? Minas Tirith. Minas Tirith, dice. Esa se ha visto... Se ha visto el Señor del Anillo, ¿eh? Venga, seguimos para arriba. No hay enemigos por aquí. Pero tío, si llevo un rato dando el enlace para que se agache, me cago en la puta. Son los blindados. Estaba rodando, pero bueno. Venga. 1, 2 y 3. Ahí va una. Y aquí está el arma. Ea. ¿Qué coño? Crear la poción para el ritual. El campamento de crear la poción para el ritual de Nastarfed. Que mista ciudad de Igmet. ¿Qué? Hombre. ¿Puertos alegres? ¿Quién era el que tenía ciencia? ¿Abra? Sí, abra. Pues abra. Vente al equipo un segundito, ¿no? está. Voy a hablar con Mep. Espérate. Ponía a la medianoche. A medianoche. Voy a por la noche. Bueno, es de noche, no sé si es medianoche, pero es de noche. Supongo que le valdrá. Supongo y espero, tengo la esperanza de...
Were you able to find the elements I need for the ritual?
Sí.
Yes. Here is what you asked me to bring.
This is good. The moon is high. We may start. Take your place.
Cinemática, ¿eh?
Katasa, we have come to learn the truth of your death.
Sí.
Ato al confrangawi brandi. Olehana memen adestame haman. Bara fridenan tahanemo quate grenfen. Linkui damda renaute da hodos. Lemat. De tahawan kloisam. De talugedon velam. De taragam buledam. De tatamenam reloidan. Adota lamen kantebedam en antelam verfrag tangom.
Se viene tremendo subidón.
Katasak! Help me! Please!
Show no fear. I do not think he means you any harm.
What is this? This monster. Why is it attacking us?
I don't know. I don't understand. It is as if it seeks you out. It wants you.
You never should have done that, Katazakh. To save one Renaikse, you put us all in great peril. His spirit is different. He receives badly. You have woven the bond of the Deathbringer.
What is happening to you? Get a hold of yourself. Come on!
I cannot believe it. He has returned.
Who has?
Finbar. The High King. We thought he was dead. He disappeared months ago.
Is he the attacker? And what of Constantine? Have you seen a young blonde-haired man? He was sickly.
Yes. The golden-haired was there. And he was afraid. Katazakh protected him before he was killed by Finbar. Leave me now. I am very tired.
How are you feeling?
Better. What are you going to do now?
If I want to have any hope of finding Constantine, I must follow Vinbar. I have no choice.
Do you know where to look for him? Vinbar has been missing for moons.
The kings and queens could tell me when they saw him for the last time.
Then you must earn their trust.
Ya la tengo.
Ah,
ya la tengo.
Thank you. You have helped us greatly.
Do not thank me. I have not done this for you, but for Katasach. In order to satisfy my curiosity, I betrayed my king. You will find him and confront him, no doubt. All that remains for me to do is to pray that I have done nothing that cannot be fixed.
Farewell, Nev.
Bueno. Pues... esta misión es la que encadena con la otra. Con la de... la voz del muerto. Ah, no, espérate. Tras la pista del Alto Rey. Claro, porque la que tengo yo ahora mismo activada en realidad no se puede hacer. No se puede hacer hasta que no complete esta. Vale. Pues iba a cortar ya, pero quiero ver si puedo convencer a los líderes rápido y dejamos ya eso hecho. Porque en realidad tengo que ganarme el favor de los líderes y ya lo tengo. O sea, me he hinchado a hacer misiones para los insulares, beneficiándolos a ellos casi siempre. Tío, tenía TLM afable y se me ha quitado. Es que... en fin, no sé. Por un punto de mierda que me han quitado porque han querido. En fin. Me han quitado porque han querido, porque en realidad lo estaban haciendo mal ellos. A ver, viajar. Pues por ejemplo, primero al campamento de Vietnam. Este precisamente creo que no tenía el favor. Porque a este lo jodí. Ajá. Así que este no creo que me vaya a decir nada. Tío, vamos a ver por qué me pone aquí. Si hay un puto punto de viaje ahí, tío. Un puto punto de viaje ahí. Pero ¿por qué me trae aquí? Esto no cuenta como punto de viaje, de verdad. O sea, se puede viajar desde él, pero no cuenta como punto de viaje. Me parece de puta risa, vamos. Tum, 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 tum. Esto no creo yo que me vaya a decir gran cosa. Tú.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm in need of your help, Ulan. I'm looking for your... I was told that you were one of the last people...
I wouldn't know where you could find him. He disappeared moons ago. But you are our ally, our friend. I will tell you about the last time I met with him. We had met in the council at Dorhad Genadu to decide what to do about the Renaigse, but we were unable to come to an understanding. Some of us are full of violence and refuse to see what we gain by befriending your kind. Deirdre and the poor
Buenas, Locar.
were among them, alas.
Tío, me pillas otra vez justo casi antes de irme.
I defended you, of course, and attempted to make them hear reason, with some help from the cautious
Pero bienvenido.
But our disagreement angered Vimbar. He decided to leave us and to seek counsel elsewhere. He wanted to go to the heart of the island.
La vuelvo a hacer un puto juego de cero. ¿Cuál? No me dejas así con la duda.
It was too long ago.
¿Tan pronto? Sí, bueno, es que llevo 2 horas.
His village. Even if he decided to stay away from his people, he would not have abandoned his closest friends.
Thank you, Ulan.
Y más que por llevar 2 horas es porque ya son las 11 y empieza a hacer un calor aquí que es bastante insoportable. No es tanto por la hora ni por el tiempo que llevamos. Bueno, por el tiempo que llevamos un poco sí, pero Pero es más por el calor que otra cosa.
I must go.
Bueno, vamos a hablar con los otros dos líderes. Y dime, ¿qué juego? ¿Qué juego? ¿Qué juego es el que te vas a jugar? El de Other Worlds. No sé cómo conseguir una flaqueza de cojera. No sé cómo conseguí una flaqueza de cojera que me jode muy fuerte. Las flaquezas casi siempre se consiguen simplemente cuando estás peleando y te hacen varias veces algo. Te dicen, ¿quieres esta desventaja a cambio de tal ventaja? Y si la aceptas, pues te la ponen. Yo, personalmente, no me puse ninguna cuando me lo jugué porque no consideré que hubiera ninguna que me diera más beneficio que lo que me quitaba, ¿sabes? O sea, siempre... Al nivel 6, nivel 12 es que progrese una barbaridad la historia. Ya, porque la he aceptado no sé cómo. Lo mismo estabas peleando o algo y le has dado al intro o a la E rápido. O sea, te ha aparecido el menú y le has dado rápido a la E o al intro y la has aceptado sin querer. Puede pasar. Pues vaya putada, tío. Vaya putada. Yo ya te digo, yo no me metí ninguna porque no consideré que hubiera ninguna que me mereciera la pena. Creo, vamos, a opinión propia, creo que no está, o sea, no están como muy bien hechos. Las desventajas estas me dio la sensación de que eran todas como muy es que normalitas no es la palabra que quiero. Como muy superficiales, como que no me reportaban prácticamente ninguna clase de beneficio. Sí que es cierto que a lo mejor le daban un puntito curioso al juego en cuanto a que tengas una desventaja y tengas algunas cualidades extras, pero no me dio la sensación de que dieran ningún punto así a favor de inflexión ni que modificaran mucho el juego. Entonces, no sé, yo personalmente no las usé. ¿Deberían dejarte quitarlo? Sí. Debería de estar bien que aunque fuera costoso te dejasen recuperar la entre comillas capacidad que te quitan. Sí, no estaría mal. Te roga a los seres queridos del alto río de ponerse a salvar. Esta parte del mapa no la he explorado yo. ¿Y que te lo estás... se lo he entendido? De nivel 6... ¿te refieres a que la cogiste más o menos cuando tenías nivel 6 o así, ¿no? O sea, que has tenido que cargar una partida en la que estabas a nivel 6 para poder seguir jugando. Y que ya ibas al nivel 12. Y has tenido obviamente que cargar la partida y perder bastante progreso. ¿Eso es a lo que te refieres? ¿O te he entendido mal? Claro, vale. Sí, he mirado en mi nave lo de quitar habilidades para ver si se podía ir lo del médico, pero nada. Yo ya te digo, no me puse ninguna, así que no sé si realmente se pueden quitar, pero me parece que no. Me parece que no. Esa es la casa de Bimbar. Si entro ahí habrá algo interesante. Es aquí, ¿no? Cofre. A mangar cosas. ¿Por qué no? Si Bimbar lleva sin aparecer por aquí meses. Túnica de... gran aguja llameante. Casi acabado. Joder, tío, los tirones estos me tienen loco, de verdad. Me quiero esperar a septiembre para pillarme una gráfica nueva, porque van a salir la nueva gama de Nvidia, pero... es que lo estoy pasando mal con este juego, tío. Estoy pasando mal porque me da muchos tirones y no sé por qué, porque mi gráfica tira de sobra con él. He acabado la segunda nave de Priscila y nivel 6 acabando la tierra de serie. No, hombre, la tienes que dar una hora más. No, hombre, no. Es que, ya te digo, ahora mismo no tengo tanta calor, no sé por qué. Pero en cuanto me empiece a entrar otra vez la calor loca, probablemente cortemos. ¿Qué gráfica tienes? Tengo una... ¿cómo se llama? La 480 de AMD, tío. Es que no me acuerdo. RX, ¿puede ser? RTX. RTX 480 de AMD. Es que no me acuerdo muy bien. Pero creo que era esa. Lo mismo... RTX no. Pero te lo voy a buscar rápido. A ver si... Ay, no, que no tengo el buscador abierto. No, no. La AMD 480, pero tiene un RTX en Nvidia y GTX, ¿puede ser? Es que me lío mucho entre la nomenclatura de Nvidia y de AMD. GTX Nvidia también. Pues no me acuerdo, tío. Pero tiene 2 o 3 letras al principio, estoy seguro. Preguntar sobre la aldea, el Alto Rey.
What can you tell me about the High King? You must know him well.
He is a great demigod. Wise, just.
Es viejita, así es aguantado. Bueno, en realidad, a ver, que no me acuerdo cuando me la jugué, cuando me la compré. Creo que tiene 3 años ya la gráfica. En su momento era gama media altilla, pero claro, ya se ha quedado entre media tirando a baja. Entonces, claro, va tocando renovar un poquito.
I am looking to find Vinbar, the High King of Tearfredi, and I was told that he was born in this village. He disappeared after visiting the heart of the island, but I was hoping someone here might know where he's hiding.
You should speak with Sarah. She is the companion of our king.
Where might I find
Tengo
her?
las 1070 Ti de ASUS. Ni idea, tú. Tengo... A ver, con los ordenadores más o menos me defiendo, pero no estoy al día con las versiones de las piezas del ordenador. Yo me pierdo ahí muchísimo, pero muchísimo. No estoy tan al tanto. A mí háblame de juegos todo lo que tú quieras. Y de cosas de los juegos, pero lo que es de informática como tal, lo justito. Lo justito. Lo que ha dicho ¿esto es una casa de acceso? Venga, más tirones. A ver, lo que me jode es que este juego, cuando lo empezamos, no daba prácticamente ningún tirón. Y de vez en cuando, no sé por qué, pero es que hoy en concreto está dando muchísimos tirones y no lo entiendo. Lo mismo por el calor que hace. Casi como una 1080 de las potentes. Joder. Entonces no vea, ¿no? Todo a 4K. Se notan los tirones, sí. Se notan bastante. Y vosotros los notáis más, porque yo los más o menos noto de vez en cuando, pero ustedes los notáis casi siempre, creo recordar, porque cuando yo veo la previa 4K iría a 30. Bueno, ni tan mal. Yo por lo general streameo a 30, Yo por lo general estoy streameando a 30 FPS porque a 60 no me tira. A 60 no me tira nada. Pero nada de nada. Aunque le baje la calidad gráfica al mínimo. No sé si porque no se configuran los presets del streaming. Pero a 60... A 60 no hay manera. A 60 explota. De cerca al Alto Rey. Bueno, en realidad, según qué juego, según qué juego, Locar, hay algunos juegos que sí que se nota la diferencia entre 30 y 60, Yo por lo general simplemente cambia el movimiento. Ya lo sé. O sea, sobre todo donde más se nota es cuando es en juegos rápidos en los que te tienes que mover muchísimo. Yo que sé, hack and slash, puede ser, pues yo que sé, alguno que nos hayamos jugado en el canal, como puede ser El Devil May Cry. El último Devil May Cry. El Devil May Cry 5 este. Se nota mucho porque como es una puta epilepsia. Estás todo el rato saltando de un sitio a otro y haciendo saltos y las cámaras se vuelven locas. Sí que se notaba que sobre todo no que fuera tirones, pero sí que se pixelaba bastante. Y algunos juegos de tiros, claro, los juegos de tiros la respuesta, como además los juegos de tiro tienes que estar todo el rato moviendo la cámara, pues es lo que tiene. Llevo ya tiempo sin jugar juegos de tiros en este canal, creo. Alguna Apex me he echado, Valorant, pero me refiero a juegos con campaña y eso. El The Other Worlds creo que fue el último que jugamos.
His bond with the mountain is very strong, even stronger now that he speaks with the Enolmil Frichtimen.
A ver si me pillo el Doom Eternal o el Well, We Happy Few o... ¿Qué otro tengo yo por ahí en mente? El Cyberpunk. El Cyberpunk ya en un futuro. Anything else? La cueva de Sabios. Un buen Doom Eternal. Lo tengo ahí pendiente, lo tengo. Tengo la lista de deseados de todas las tiendas. Por si lo bajan. ¿El Happy Few no te gustó? ¿Sí? Pero no te gustó ¿por qué? Por cómo se juega, por cómo están planteadas las mecánicas, por los árboles de habilidades, por la trama. ¿Por qué no te gustó? Historia bien. O sea, la historia mola, ¿no? Pero el modo de llevar el juego en jugabilidad como que no. No recuerdo todo. Vale. O sea, no, en general no te gustó lo probé en el Game Pass. Ya, me imagino. Yo también estuve por probarlo, pero como no habían sacado los DLCs y yo siempre me lo juego todo con los DLCs y tal, y no estaba actualizado y era como... pereza. Pues... yo lo tengo en la lista de deseados. Es cierto que es un juego en el que... me da un poquito de pereza jugarlo porque sé que va a estar bien. No va a ser increíble, pero sé que va a estar bien. Entonces, eso. Y sí que es cierto que en cuanto a la jugabilidad no lo he jugado, solo he visto algún gameplay. Y sí que es cierto que se nota un pelín tosco, un pelín básico. Así que no sé. No sé si al final me lo pillaré o no me lo pillaré. Hace poco había una oferta en Instant Gaming del juego con el Season Pass, las dos cosas juntas por 15 pavos. La verdad es que no me parece un mal precio. Entonces ya veré. Lo mismo si lo veo muy rebajado y me da el pique, digo, venga, va, de cabeza.
I heard talk about a cavern of knowledge. It is a place where the Donegada go within the earth. They hear the voices of those that went before them, and they learn. There are some on Tiafradi. The closest to our village is found to the northeast of here. But the entrance is sealed, hidden. It is a sacred place. A place for only the Donegada. Anything else?
Sí que es cierto que por Game Pass sale más rentable, porque además tienen más juegos. A mí el único problema que tengo con el Game Pass es la tensión que me crea la mensualidad. O sea, parece una tontería, pero a mí psicológicamente el tener que estar atado a que tengo que pagar un mes y en ese mes tengo que jugar algo, porque si no juego en ese mes luego tengo que volver a pagar y... no sé, me crea una pequeña ansiedad de... ay, pues ya no tengo ganas de jugar, ¿sabes? No sé. Es una tontería, es cosa mía, obviamente. Pero no sé, es como que... si tengo el juego comprado es como... pues yo qué sé, este juego, por ejemplo, el GreedFall. Me lo compré en Navidades. Lo empecé hace 2 meses. Y lo estoy terminando ahora. Eso no lo puedo hacer con el Game Pass, ¿sabes? Es que siempre cuando suscribo un mes le doy... Que no me lo hagan automáticamente y listo. Ya, no, sí, yo también. O sea, si yo también tengo puesto lo de parar la mensualidad para que no me sigan cobrando. Pero como que si yo, por ejemplo, pues se me deja de apetecer seguir jugando 2 semanas, es tiempo que he perdido, ¿sabes? O sea, esas 2 semanas me restan tiempo de haber podido jugar ese juego que tenía que haber jugado porque ya había pagado el mes. Cuando ya sé que me mola el juego, prefiero comprarlo ya. Claro, sí, obviamente. Sí. Y yo. La cosa es esa, que es que yo creo que a ver. Yo creo que me va a gustar, entonces... O sea, sé que va a tener sus cosas malas, pero yo creo que me va a gustar, entonces creo que me lo compraría, pero claro... Ahí está el pequeño run, ¿no? Que se dice, el resquemor. Decir, a ver, yo sé que si lo compro lo voy a jugar. Me guste un poco más, un poco menos, sé que lo voy a jugar. Me lo voy a jugar entero. Entonces la cosa ahí está entre si lo compro o no lo compro. No, sí, probarlo he probado. En plan, yo he jugado al juego 1 hora, pero no considero que con 1 hora tenga suficiente como para explorar todos los... ¿Cómo se dice? Todos los aspectos. Y jugar más, o sea, sí, jugar más para probar no me gusta. No me gusta porque luego tengo que repetirlo, ¿sabes? Es como... Uff. Juego 4 o 5 horas a un juego para probarlo y luego me lo compro y la vuelvo a jugar esas 4 o 5 horas. Me da toda la pereza del mundo. Es una tontería, pero... Uff. Qué bicho, ¿no? Vamos a explorar esta zona de aquí y corto. Iba a cortar antes y al final no he cortado. Está aquí tranquilo hablando con Locar. Ha terminado de explorar esta zona. Y por cierto, hablando del The Other Worlds, ¿qué opinión te merece por ahora? Ya que llevas unas cuantas horas jugadas. ¿Qué te está pareciendo? ¿Qué tal en cuanto a tramas, en cuanto a secundarias, en cuanto a jugabilidad, en cuanto a los árboles de habilidades, todo eso? ¿Qué hay aquí? Ah, un cofre. Sí. No sé, yo... No sé si cogería Destiny como referencia. Sí que es cierto que ahora que lo pienso sí que se le da un aire, pero... A mí en el momento no me dio la sensación de que se pareciera al Destiny. No sé. Esta hueva, tío. Aquí hay un puntito de... ¡Ole! Vamos a equiparlo. Ahí está. A mí me moló por eso, porque soy bastante fan de la saga Fallout. Y la verdad es que me he jugado todos los Fallouts que son First Person Shooter. Es decir, el 3, el New Vegas, el 4... El 76 no. El 76 no lo he probado. Lo voy a probar en un futuro, probablemente en directo. Porque lo voy a jugar con unos amigos. Porque estaban en el Season Pass y... O sea, en el pase de Microsoft. Y ya tenemos... Ya hemos hablado que vamos a jugarlo. Así que le echaremos un tiento. No me espero gran cosa, pero... Para una risa con los compis seguro que da. A ver, sí. O sea, si lo piensas, sí que es verdad que se le asemeja un poquito a Destiny 2 por el... Sí, vamos, ya por el simple hecho de la estética y el rollo espacial, ya se asemeja un poco. Yo eché un poco en falta en el The Other Worlds alienígenas. O sea, era todo muy humano. No sé, fue como... Eché un poco en falta Mass Effect, ¿sabes? O sea, un poco de variedad, aunque fuera una especie, ¿sabes? Una. Aliens. No sé. Solo he hecho la nave esa grande. ¿La nave grande te refieres a... Uy, ¿este camino? Da igual. La nave grande te refieres a... ¡No! ¡No! Mierda. Yo quería ir al otro lado, pero bueno. Da igual. ¿Y esto? Mensaje de un miembro de la expedición del profesor Serafedin. Estas criaturas son horribles. Mientras mi compañero y yo tratábamos de escalar el muro, una de esas grandes bestias aladas nos atacó. Blandía una espada enorme y la usó para cortar la cuerda que sujetaba a mi compañero. Quizá podría haberlo evitado si hubiera tenido un arma, pero lo único que pude hacer era observar cómo caía mi amigo impotente. Maldita sea esta expedición. ¿Bestias aladas que blanden espadas enormes? Hola, eso no lo he visto yo en este juego todavía. ¿Qué cojones? O sea, bestias aladas, sí. Los murciélagos esos grandes, pero... portando espadas, ¿no? O a lo mejor se refería a que el que portaba la espada era su compañero. No se puede pasar por aquí. Vale. Voy a poner la excusa de que el ser humano ha invadido todo por la tecnología que aprovecho. En verdad ya irás viendo. No sé, o sea, dicen algo, pero no sé si es una excusa. En verdad, o sea, de hecho creo recordar alguna nota de prensa. Alguna nota de prensa en la que... Es que me está viniendo así como un flashback. Quiero recordar alguna nota de prensa en la que le decían eso, que querían alienígenas los fans y ellos dijeron rollo, el universo es muy grande y no tenemos por qué encontrarnos alienígenas, ¿sabes? En plan, no tiene, o sea, hemos ido a una parte del universo y no tiene por qué haber alienígenas en esa parte. Y fue una de... Puta, también es verdad. También es verdad. Puede dar la casualidad de que no. De que no nos encontremos ninguna alien. Pero aún así, no sé, hubiera echado... Hubiera agradecido algún... alien. Pero bueno, ya irás viendo. Tú tranquilo. O sea, una cascadita. Nada mal. Sí, irá viendo, sí. Tú sigues jugando y ya verás. Sí, es verdad que metieron un DLC hace poco. De hecho creo que está en el Season Pass de Microsoft. O sea, en el pase de Microsoft. Habrá que echarle un ojo. Yo lo mismo... O sea, yo de hecho me lo jugué... De hecho creo recordar que el The Other Worlds me lo jugué del pase de Microsoft, si mal no recuerdo. La verdad que no tengo mano. Vaya. Aquí no estoy utilizando... ¡No! ¡Se han reiniciado! No te creo. Tío, vaya puta mierda, de verdad. Una de las cosas malas que tiene este juego, tío. Míralo, tío, se reinician a la que te alejas una mijita. Es que de coña. Take a potion. Tío, míralo, tío. ¿Si hay aliens? ¿Pero en el DLC te refieres o en el juego? Ah, en el DLC. Sí, pues ahora no me acuerdo si en el juego había o no. Yo creo que no había. Creo, ¿eh? Ahora me has dejado con la duda. Ah, sigue jugando. Ya me lo dices tú. Pero yo no me acuerdo, tío. Me juraría que no había, pero es que ahora no lo sé. Ahora he entrado en duda. A veces cuando uno ha jugado tantas cosas se le va un poco la memoria. Bueno, locar, tío. Vamos a ir cortando por aquí. No sé si esta noche estaremos por aquí. Yo creo que sí. Creo que sí. Que estaremos esta noche a las 10. Probablemente a las 10, si no antes. A las 10 yo creo que estaremos por aquí. Esta noche. Esta tarde no lo sé. Yo creo que no. Pero esta noche sí que estaremos por aquí. Pues nada. He explorado un poquito más de lo que pretendía explorar. Eso está bien. La siguiente vamos a explorar. A ver. Si no nos vamos directamente para arriba, probablemente vayamos para acá. Que parece que esto está cerrado, o sea que esto será mirar aquí y ya está. Así que nada, lo dicho, locar, tío. Muchas gracias por pasarte. Espero que hayas pasado un rato agradable. Tanto tú como cualquier otro que haya por ahí, como cualquier otro que pueda verlo en diferido. Que espero que te haya gustado, que hayáis pasado un rato agradable y que os hayáis entretenido. Hasta luego.